Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Life Cues Week 5. This week, it's going to be a little bit different. Oh, but before I get started, I really want to show you guys something amazing. My little grandson, Ozzy, was here for 2 days. Excuse my voice. I have a really bad cold, and I feel like crap. But I've taken some Tylenol, and so I'm going to get this page done. Hot damn it. But my little grandson was here on Tuesday, and no, he did not make me sick because I was already sick. And he saw the cover of my Life Cues with all the collage down here. And he says to me, Nana, how do you make garbage look so cool? And I said, well, it's called collage. There's an art form to it. I don't use scissors. I tear all the pieces and I make sure the pieces all fit in. And I have a lot of what's called ephemera, lots of it. So I pulled down my ephemera containers and I gave him a journal. This is the back of the journal, has a whole bunch of paintbrushes, which I thought he would have liked just like this. He goes, no, I want to do a collage. It was so cute. Look at the page this 7-year-old did all by himself, just with the instructions of don't cut. If there's a space, fill it in with a smaller piece of ephemera and always tear. Look at this. Can you guys see this? Whoopsie. Look at this. Amazing. Absolutely. And this film crew, this was a parking pass. I was working on a movie or a TV show, Tiny Plastic Men. And when he saw it, he goes, hey, my brother was in that and so was my dad. And I said, I know, and I worked on that film. So he wanted that down there. But then he said, oh, it's too white. I have to add stuff to it. So he did. And he really wanted these metallic. No reason. He just thought they were really cool. And the Monopoly money, he wanted that. But tell me that's not a great job for a 7-year-old. So then he says, well, Nana, tell me a question. Tell me something like one of your life questions. What would one of them be? And of course, I wasn't feeling good. So I go, oh, how about what are you afraid of? Because I figured he could do that. So I was lying down on the bed. I gave him some gelatos and a brush and some water. And I said, just do, what are you afraid of? So this is what he did with the gelatos. He goes, I'm really afraid of ghosts. And I'm afraid of the Shadow Man. I don't know who that is, but that's supposedly the Shadow Man. And he did this with gelatos. Then, sharp little thing that he is, I want a label, Nana, like yours. I'm like, how did he even see that? So I typed out, what are you afraid of? Now, isn't that fantastic? Kids are unbelievable. I just wanted to share that with you. So if little 7-year-olds can do it, so can we. And the thing is with them, they don't sense, like, there's no, this is ugly, I can't do it, this doesn't look that good. You know, they just go with free abandon as to how they're going to attack something. And I just thought that was such a good example. So that's why I wanted to show you guys. So today's prompt is, where would you like to go? Where would you like to go on this planet? And it can be for whatever reason. Doesn't necessarily have to be a tropical place on a vacation. You can go anywhere. So where would you like to go? For me, I truly would love to go to either Ghana in Africa or Senegal in Africa and go to the gates of no return. Those are the places where you can see how I kind of started to draw it out in pencil here. You can kind of see there's a pathway going out here and then out here. This would be the ocean. This is where they would bring all the Africans crowded, and they would be in this hallway for days and days at a time. My niece just went, and she goes, the thing, you don't even want to know the things that are mummified into the dirt, because it's been hundreds and hundreds of years in here, and it's very hot and very humid, and it's a cave. This is where millions of Africans took their very last steps through the door of no return, right here. That's what it's called. They were shackled on ships and taken across the Atlantic, never returned again to their homes. And like the reason, okay, I'm going to start. I'm trying to create the walls. I want it dark at the top and then kind of bricks down here. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to just get started with all the stuff I found in this terracotta color. I'm going to use some of this. I got some things out of a magazine. Look at this. There's dark. There's more. There's that. It's funny when you're looking for something, what you can find. And then I'm going to use my Big Shot and use the brick embossing thing. And I'm going to emboss a lot of this. So yeah. The reason I would like to go there, a lot of people think, why would you want to go to that sad, gloomy place? I'd like to go there because when people ask you, or ask me, or probably anybody of African American descent, where are you from? You have no answer, because the last place we know of is the door of no return. Our people were gathered from all over Africa and brought there to the door of no return. And so that is why it's mysterious to me. It's just, I don't know why, but I just kind of want to go there. My pages are curling from all the stuff I've done on them, but hopefully this heavy paper will suffice. So I'm going to start kind of collaging a bit, I think. I really don't know. I think I will. I'll start collaging. Yeah, my niece has been there. My mom and dad have been there. But when I first, the first photos that I saw that really moved me were when the Obamas went. And you could just see the backs. They were standing here, looking out onto the water. And, the photograph was unreal because it was really dark here. And then the light was coming in and the beautiful blue ocean. Incredible. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to use gel medium and try and pick some of these pieces, try and thin them. Oh, this one works great. So it's a little thinner on your page. Love that. Love when it comes off like that. Because I love these colors. I think I mentioned that before. So just want to show you how it's coming. You see? This, below this line here is napkin, and then the napkin gets kind of wrinkled with my hands. So I'll do that over here. And then I'm going to do like brick, like sensation here and then finish up here. And then I will trim it. But interesting, I've had a question about my nails and how do they hold up doing all this with the gel medium and crap. These are Walmart glue-on nails because I'm giving my nails a break from going to the manicurist. Number one, it's really expensive. And number two, it's so hard on your nails, the gel nails. So I thought I'd try these for a while, and they've been on for 4 days now, and they look pretty good. And I just picked this fun. They have so many. Oh my goodness. And then one fell off, but there's always extras. Like this thumb fell off yesterday. No, day before yesterday. But they have so many extras. I digress, but I just wanted to show you guys that because somebody was saying, how do your nails withstand, all of this? If you can hear a game in the background, my grandson is playing in the Alberta Provincial Finals. So Richard's in there watching it on TV in hockey, and I can hear it. So here's my page so far. I put this rust-colored, brick-colored cardstock into my, what's it called? Big Shot, and I had a brick template, so I did that for down here. And then this is kind of like the cave around the door. So now I'm just going to take some black ink, and I'm going to kind of deal with this brick here using Distress ink black. So I don't want it looking new or anything. And I'm glad that glue glob right there wasn't dry. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. I'll show you in a minute. And now I'm just going to put a little bit. Let's see how this water spritzing. There, that's it. And we'll see what kind of reaction we get. I'll use one of the napkins that I had. I'll just dab it a little bit. There. Because I don't want it to look like a new pathway. Do you know what I mean? See? So I just went outside to the art cabinet. I wanted to pick up, I have a whole bunch of Liquitex transparent inks. And I want a burnt sienna. And I want to just tie all this in with burnt sienna. So now I will check it out. Let's see. You can see here. Oh yeah, that's so good. Because it's translucent, not opaque. So this is exactly how in my head I wanted this to look. So happy. So now we're gonna go on to the beach, which is probably gonna be there, I guess. And then from there, it's just going to be ocean. I just, as I am creating this, I'm to imagine in my mind what that would be like to just be, I don't know. I can't imagine actually what it would be like to taken from your home, stripped from your home. I'm using tea dye stain. And I watched the movie yesterday, Origins, which has also been on my mind, and it speaks to all of this as well. And it was based on the book by Isabel Wilkerson called Caste, and how she believes that we are all in caste systems, just like in India. If you get a chance to read the book and then watch the movie Origins, it's life-changing. It really is. And not just because you're African American. Just as a fellow human to human, it is unreal. It really, really is. So that's my sand. And then I'm going to now paint the water. And I sure hope it's giving the perspective of going out. Maybe it's going to be the way I paint the water. Do you know what I'm saying? How I, oh, this is so pretty. Oh, my nose is driving me bananas. My sand. And then I'm going to now paint the water. And I sure hope it's giving the perspective of going out. Maybe it's going to be the way I paint the water. Do you know what I'm saying? How I, oh, this is so pretty. Oh, my nose is driving me bananas. I've been drinking water. I've been drinking tea. I took Tylenol. I've done all the things that you're supposed to do. But this too shall pass, right? Could be a lot worse as I sit here and draw this. It could be much worse. Think of all the babies going out with their mommies and, ugh. So it's the door of no return. That's what this is. And that's where I would like to go. And I'm sure no one expected me to say this was where I'd like to go, but it really is. I would love to just go there. I'm going to add a little bit of, just a tiny bit of brightness down in here and here and even on the shore, because it'll make it look like it's kind of, you know, so you can see the light coming in here and just across the water. So the next thing I want to do is take another one of my Art Vent charcoal pens. This one is an Art Vent. This is called Color Tint by Spectrum Noir. And this color is clay. So I hope it does the same. And I'm just doing it quite gentle because it is everything's wet under here. And I'm just going to run it around our opening of our door. So the last thing I'm going to do is stamp in white ink up here where it's really dark, Door of No Return. And I don't know, all this does. Is that a D? Yes. I want to do it in lowercase. I don't know why. I just want to. So this should work. Yeah, beauteous. I can't say it enough. You always need some alpha stamps, even if you're not You don't have to be a card maker or scrapbooker, but if you're going to do some art journaling, they're great. And I always keep them real handy right out on this shelf here. Door. It just makes me sad, but yet I still want to go there. I think I would weep. And I would imagine it's very much like when people go and visit the Holocaust, where they have lost their family, their ancestors and stuff. It's probably a very similar kind of feeling. But I really felt I had to do this today. Especially after seeing that show yesterday. And I had already read the book Cast by Isabel Wilkerson. And I highly, highly recommend you read it. I don't care what heritage, descent, race you are. It's just, I know when it first came out, and I think it might have been a couple of years ago, Oprah bought, it was one of her book club books. She bought enough copies of that book so that each professor of every one of the universities in the United States had a copy so they could read it. And it helps to understand where you place people and why you do that. So good. Ugh. And the movie Origin was about, about the author, Isabel Wilkerson. It was a fictional story about her writing the book, but it was still, the book stuff and everything was all factual. But like, for example, there was an actress playing her. Door of No Return. There. Door of No Return. So here is my finished page. Door of No Return. And this is to kind of this collage, a semblance of the cave and the darkness of the cave, and then how they walked out to the sand and into the water and got on the ships and never came back home. And this is the, I'm guessing, the brick or the sidewalk or the pathway that they walked on. And I grunched it up quite a bit. And then I typed out, where would you like to visit? You probably notice the ink is kind of pale here and it's getting darker as I type because I just got new ink and the keys were probably just getting inked up. So that's why it looks like that. Just got my ink from Amazon and it was $9.99 Canadian for a roll of black ink. So there you go. If you have a typewriter and you need ink. So I hope you guys like this page. I know for some it could be like a downer kind of a page, but for me it's really somewhere I really want to go. I really would love to, not love, but I think it's really important to see this place. And apparently there's more than one because there's one in Senegal and one in Ghana. And I'm sure there's others that I just am not aware of. So that's my interpretation of that. And I'm so glad you guys tuned in. And I'm sorry for all the sniffling and crappy voice. But, you know, when you have a cold, that's what happens. So stay tuned next week. And you know what I found? Look at this. I found one of my old life cues. I'm not even sure if it might have been the very, very first one I did. Look at it. Look how thick this is. Oh. So I'm going to go through here and, oh, look at me. I'm going to go through here and get some prompts that I did years ago, because this would have been in 2017 or 18, I think. There's no year in here, so yeah. Oh, there it is. Resilient was my word for that year. But I don't have a year on anything. Oh, there we go. 2010. So this is 14 years old. So I have done these for years and years and years. So I'm just going to go through here and just kind of peruse and enjoy the pages. And maybe I'll find some prompts in here that you guys might want to try. So anyway, I'll see you guys all next week. And thanks a lot for watching. Bye.